Oh, wait. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to our Town of McCandless Activities Advisory Committee meeting this evening. So we're going to go right over the different items we have, and the biggest one coming up is around the corner is Community Day. So after having not had a Community Day 2 years ago and getting it in last year barely, we are finally in the full-fledged of things, and it's going to be a great Community Day this year. We're going to start out at 2 o'clock with the Frank Farina Foundation Car Cruise. This will be over at the North Allegheny Intermediate School. It'll begin at 2 and go until 6 o'clock. There will be food there to benefit the Heritage Center, and we have, of course, DJ Dan there. Next at 4 o'clock, we will have our presentation of colors. We'll introduce the different officials in the area, our community officials. We'll recognize veterans and have the national anthem. That will all be at Town Hall. A DJ will be from 4 until 4:30. Michelle's dancers will be from 4:30 to 5:30. At 5:45, we have Grace Elliott singing, and at 6:15 until 7:45, we have Chris Jameson, who is famous from being on The Voice. After that, we will announce the winner of the 50/50 raffle. And of course, our conclusion at 7:55, we will have the Allegheny Brass Band throughout the highlight of the fireworks. So the fireworks will begin promptly at 8 o'clock. We're going to hope to have thousands of people here because we've got a lot of activities this year for Community Day. We have a train, a whip, super slide, moon bounce, full court press basketball game, rock and roller ride, a duck pond carnival game, skee ball, face painters will be here, a balloon artist will be here. The National Guard is coming with their rock wall. Northland Library is providing a story time activity. We're going to have a juggler, and Lowe's will have an activity for children. The Heritage Center will be open, and we will have the Junior Firefighters Challenge. So it's going to be a really full, really great day on Saturday. So we hope to see everybody go from the car cruise at 2 o'clock at NAI and then come over to McCandless Town Hall for the rest of the great activities we have planned. There will be plenty of vendors here with, we have Tina's Hot Dog Truck, KB Pizza, Foxy Fran's Catering Services, Rolling Meatballs, Southside Barbecue, Brewster's, and Can Vibe Coffee. So we hope everybody will come and enjoy a whole evening. There will certainly be plenty of food and activities.
I actually got the Metro Fire hot dog truck too. So
Oh, wow. Metro Fire hot dog truck also. Great.
Wow.
They're coming, yeah.
That
Well,
is
I thought,
crazy.
I thought,
Is
well,
that
I thought
different?
one was going to be at the car cruise.
The car cruise is taken care of.
Well,
It
then there's
has,
2 hot dogs.
well, we
Right.
can't have the Metro at the car cruise.
All right, we won't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
call.
because they're
It's
doing
here.
hot dogs at the
Oh,
car
yeah,
cruise.
but it'll be
Yeah,
there.
Metro can be here.
Metro,
Okay.
Tina or Tina's, depending on who wants it.
Okay, all right. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
so
don't want to have 2.
I agree.
It's 'cause
Oh, it's over.
maybe Tina, Metro, they're cheaper.
So we
It's a
don't
big
have
reason.
Tina.
So we have Tina's.
Well, we don't want to have 2 hot
I'll
dogs.
talk to
The other option
Okay.
is to put one up at the museum, but we didn't have a lot of activity up at the museum during National Night Out, so I hesitate to put them up in that parking lot.
Okay, I'll talk to them. Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
no problem. Okay, so, is Carolyn that phone number I see there? Carolyn, any council items of interest?
None, but I am actually working with Barb. We're trying to set up, we actually had a meeting set up for last Tuesday, but because of all the rain for the pickleball courts, we're postponing till, well, we have to wait till our schedules line up again. So, once I meet with Barb, she's going to fill me in on all the details from all the different townships and how they manage the pickleball courts and scheduling, all that kind of good stuff. I will report back to you all on that. But that's it. I do have a quick question about the community day. Are we feeding the volunteers? Do you guys know?
Yes.
Yes,
We'll do the
Okay,
same,
good.
we'll have
same,
vouchers.
same situation we've had in prior years with the voucher.
Okay, and do they all get shirts? I couldn't remember.
Yes, if the shirts are at town hall now, we'll offer them to the committee tonight after the meeting, and if they want to stop in between now and Saturday, or they'll be here Saturday when they come.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, that's it for me.
Great. So a good lead in, we're talking about in the future, there will be a meeting figuring out the scheduling of pickleball, and this is a good lead in. Anything new with the fitness court?
I've been in touch with Amanda Poza from UPMC. She's our contact there for volunteers from their organization to come over and hold some kind of an event. So we're, looking at what to schedule in the future.
People are
Okay.
noticing that that's picked up in activity over at the fitness court. I think that probably there has something to do with the yoga spinoff or that
Good,
conversation with UPMC. So thank you.
good.
Oh, good. Well, every time we have in yoga, I don't see that on here, but I'd like, oh yeah, it is at the bottom. Whenever we have yoga, we do highlight the fitness court, and people are surprised. They don't know a lot about it. So then they welcome the information. And also when I did the walks, we did that. We parked up there, so that was good too.
Good.
So Amanda's working on something for us. And she'll get back to me. Now, I don't know, fall, winter's coming, so we'll see what happens. I also talked to Don Miller from the EAC. And I think we need some kind of a noise block up there on the hillside from the traffic. And she said that perhaps we could have the trees from the December event. That last year they planted them over off of McCandless Drive. So maybe this year she was going to recommend that we plant them perhaps on the hillside by the fitness court to kind of block the view.
The
from
noise and-
traffic and the
yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
If any trees show up anywhere, so in the meantime, let
Mhm.
me know. Plan away.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Anything new with the McCandless welcome packet, Terry?
No, I thought everything was pretty much,
Ready
still
to
going
go.
regular, yeah.
We
So-
have it available.
I think the whole idea was to have the realtors work with that, so, and when people move in, so. and
Oh,
that
is
was-
that what we're doing?
Yeah. that's
So
what
the
originally-
realtor will get, because we've had lots of new people move into my
Exactly.
neighborhood.
So
And-
are you all organizing to come over to town hall to put some together, or how is that gonna happen?
I don't know
How
how
do they
that's
get
gonna,
to how do they get to the realtors? I guess is the question.
I assume when you buy a house, you,
Right, but how does the town get the welcome packet to the realtors? How are we pulling?
Does the realtor come here to pick it up? Maybe we have to do, I think we need a liaison, maybe,
Yeah, how are we getting the word out to the,
Because right now
We'll
we don't have
talk-
any pulled together.
we'll talk more right in
Yeah,
a little.
I was
bit.
gonna say, the
Let's-
other thing
let's
on that
do
is that the website, we're going out for bid for that, so we're getting ready to revamp the website, and I'd like to have a virtual option online as well.
Oh, good.
oh, that's a good idea.
right?
Okay, meeting spaces, anything new with the meeting
Yeah,
spaces?
Well, at our last meeting, I asked if anybody had their own churches, if you were able to contact anybody, if you use a church in the area. So if anybody has that, let me know. I have been going on different facilities websites, and I just keep adding to the list.
Good,
So when we have our new website,
Mhm.
perhaps whoever John and I can get together and we can, just work something out
the
so we can put.
List the
put
meeting
those on
spaces
there.
as a
Mhm.
link.
Yeah, I'm just
on it.
working through the list from the
Yeah.
implementable plan.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, anything new with volunteer
We
development?
got one new volunteer. That's awesome. And
We love volunteers.
I mean,
Good.
put one in and no, not really. I mean,
Is Nicole on? Nicole, there you are. Anything with Winterfest? I realize it's a little ways away, but it'll be upon us before we know it.
So
And you
I-
already got a request for the trees afterward.
Thank you. Thanks for the plug.
So I know I mentioned that I heard from the Boy Scouts. Eaton Park reached out to Sandy and she passed that along to me. So they'd like to participate. And then
Good.
Sandy and I are meeting this week to go over details on what I still need to finish and what's already been done by McCandless. So I should have a count of trees by the end of September to pass along. And
Excellent.
by the next meeting, should have a better idea of what will be lined up.
Right, right. And we'll just keep adding to it. I like it. I like it. Excellent. And
Mhm.
the more trees we have, the more that can line the fitness court.
Yeah.
Excellent. Hopefully. Next, so we already talked about Community Day and all of the different events. I really hope a lot of people are going to come.
I just got something there.
Yes,
With the National Guard, I spoke to Specialist Burgess, just so everybody is on the same page. He's going to be arriving at 3 o'clock. Is
Yes,
that early enough?
We got that today.
Okay, I sent-
Anytime after, I believe, 2:30.
I
So
saw
we-
that, but
back
he-
here.
so I'll email him if he wants to come earlier, but he's bringing another National Guard unit, so they should be well represented. And
Oh, good.
he's here till 8 o'clock, he said, or I don't know what
That'd be
time
fine.
probably.
tear down would be.
Good.
Okay, so that's all set up. Thank you.
Yeah, we probably don't want them tearing down during the national anthem, so maybe 7:45 more.
That's what
That-
they typically have done. Everybody's
Oh, do
kind of,
they play the national anthem before?
the
Fireworks.
America, I'm sorry, the brass band plays it as part of the fireworks.
At 7:55, yeah,
Okay.
so we don't want them tearing down things during that, because tearing down things probably has some
Well, I
noise
think
and
they'll be
people
aware
looking
of
at that,
that.
so yeah,
Yeah, the
well.
National
Well,
Guard.
I just think we need to tell them that,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
it'll be too late.
I should
So
be
we
here.
want to tell them ahead
Yeah,
of time.
Once it gets
somebody-
to sundown, a lot of that stuff starts to go.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so
Um,
everybody should be tearing down around the same point.
Okay, they got the T-shirts. Volunteers can come to town hall. If they're volunteering and get their T-shirt. New business, Heritage Center tent purchase.
That is gonna go into the budget for 2023, so we can move past that.
Okay. And you already went over the fitness court winter festival meeting.
She had that as part of the G. So
Pardon me?
that was Nicole. She had
Okay,
that.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. And you talked about yoga already.
Well, I have,
Anything else?
yeah, I do
Okay.
have something to add. I did go over, since it's outside, of course, you know, and the weather's changing. Our last meeting will be, for yoga, will be Saturday, September 24th. And Rita Martin and Carolyn Spear have been, you know, helping with, well, Carolyn teaches it and Rita's been there when I can't be there on Saturday mornings at 9. I did go over to the Heritage Center this week and I met with Abby to see if that was a usable space for yoga. So we're thinking maybe in October using the Heritage Center, but then after that, the holidays kind of take over the Heritage Center. So we will be looking for other spaces, or we might just end it at that point and pick it up again
spring.
in the spring.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
because the Heritage Center is pretty full of,
It is,
things,
so
I
we
think it'd be
did,
hard to-
Abby did have an idea, and it might bring some awareness to the
Mm.
Heritage Center, so maybe 2 classes, you know, in October. Just to have something different and have it inside.
Mhm.
But we'll be, my feeling is now it's kind of, our attendance is kind of dwindling, you know. We were averaging 10 to 12 people, now we're like 3, 4, as far as I know. So I think, you know, it's run its course for this season. but it was very successful throughout the
Good.
summer. So I think picking it up again, May, June, probably June,
Mhm.
will be. what we'll
Once
do.
kids are back in school, everybody gets pretty busy
Yeah.
and they
Mhm.
probably don't have time
Well,
for
Saturday mornings,
a
there's
lot.
baseball and
all
not
the
baseball, but
activities. The
football, yeah.
kids are, well, there's fall baseball too. There's
Oh.
every
year round.
single sport. I mean,
Never
everything.
ends,
Water
right.
polo is going on. So once kids are back in school, the parents get busy because they're taking their
Yeah,
kids here,
but it's
there,
been very
everywhere, and doing
successful.
things. Yeah,
I'm happy.
Absolutely.
I'm
good.
pleased with that.
Yeah, that was wonderful that
And
that
shout out
got
to Carolyn
underway.
Spear for giving her time and Alice Rumberger as well. She alternated when Carolyn couldn't be here. So they've
Wonderful.
both been great volunteers, and I'll ask that. I didn't know if they filled out the form, but they've been volunteering.
Great. Well, we're
Okay.
thankful for volunteers always.
It's, I'm sorry, is Abby on?
I don't believe she is.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that the museum didn't have anything they wanted to add on the book photography show that's coming up. I guess we can, is there any other new business?
I don't know if any other new business. Any public comment? I don't think anybody else is on here now.
Okay, only one thing.
Christine, did you have anything?
So I just wanted to know, like for volunteering, because I was gonna volunteer on Saturday, but I don't know where to report to, where to go, what time. I
So-
don't know any of that.
Volunteers
can
should
send the
report to
link.
the town tent, which will be up against the building, similar to where it was for National Night Out, a little bit further down. So if
Okay.
you just want to report to the town tent at, 3:45, 4 o'clock, we'll give you a job. We have a couple of the games will need attendance, and then just kind of running for different items and things to that nature.
Okay.
I think everything's set up with the ROTC to do the parking.
Mhm.
Okay, so sometimes there's a need for additional parking up top for some of the VIPs and the handicap early on. But yeah, Sandy will have a list of duties to diversify if people show up to volunteer.
And there
So
will
just
be.
come,
and
you're
there
saying just
will
come
be
around 3:45 to 4 then.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
There will be shuttles from North Allegheny Intermediate to Town Hall, so people don't have to worry about parking if they can't park here. Okay, any other comment?
I just, Dawn, I don't know if you wanted to mention about the EAC opportunity for volunteers. I have it here.
The
if you want me to talk
environmental
about it.
activity.
No, I actually sent them an email today, so all the 19 volunteers are already. know
Oh,
about
I
the
thought just
possibility.
announcing it here, we might get some more people.
Oh, okay, you actually have it,
Oh.
so that.
Yeah, I have it up here, so I can just, what we're talking about is, Dawn Miller from the EAC put together a 3-week workshop at the town's rain garden, which is up at the parking area by the, Heritage Center. There are 2, actually, she said, and she's educating people on rain gardens, and then people can also help clean up the rain garden, which has become a little bit weed infested. And she asked us to put a call out for volunteers, which our Dawn did. Who 2 beautiful Dawns. names here. And the last one they already had 2 on the 30th and September 6th, and the last one will be on the 13th from 6:30 PM to dusk. And if you have any questions, you can look up Dawn Miller on the EAC website
Or just show up.
or just show up. Yeah, very interesting.
Okay,
Thank you.
if there is nothing else, then meeting adjourned.